Hi, I'm Leonard Adams, and I'll be reading a couple of pages from my book, Things I Wish My Father Had Told Me, which is available on Amazon, and I will post a link to where you can buy the book in the description of this video on YouTube. The pages I'm reading are 142 and a paragraph in 143. And the title of this section of the book is Some People Are in Love with Being in Love. The storybook romance, the chase, the presence, the repartee, the memories, all the things that people experience on their way to being in love, may be all some people want. Once those things die down and life settles into the routine that long-term love brings, they may jettison that relationship to experience all the preparations for being in love again. What do you do when someone treats you this way? When you planned to have a long-term, loving relationship with them, and meanwhile, they were in love with being in love. How do you handle it? As tough as it sounds, and before I tell you how to handle it, let me describe a little bit about what it means to be in love with being in love. To be in love with all the beginnings of love, to be in love with the excitement of the newness of love, and not in the discipline and the rigor and the commitment of long-term love itself. Jumping from relationship to relationship, just trying to experience that newness and those butterflies and all those things again. That is being in love with being in love. How do you handle it when people are that way towards you? As tough as it sounds, you must let them go. People are not projects, and there's nothing you can do to make somebody ready for real love. They may believe that those actions are the pinnacle of love, and that everything from that point goes downhill. Yet there is some part of them that knows otherwise, but it takes courage for them to face that knowledge. They must find a courage within themselves, a courage which you cannot find for them. They may spend most of their lives being in love with love. Hopefully, at some point, they will realize that true love is a long-term commitment. You may or may not be available, you may not be around when that epiphany comes to them. But please don't stop living and loving while waiting for them to realize the truth. Feel the pain and keep on living. Feel the pain and keep on loving others and being open to love. Don't let that experience stunt any future opportunities for you. Don't let that experience discolor your view of real love. In fact, always try to do the most loving things. And this is the point of love. This is when love becomes love. Love becomes love when love is a decision and not simply a feeling. When it is the core, when it is the mainstay from which springs all your decisions in life towards people, towards a person, towards whatever. Love is the decision that you make. So let me ask you this. Would you rather have someone tell you, I love you, and never act loving towards you? Or would you rather have someone act loving towards you and maybe not tell you that they love you as much? Well, if someone is acting loving towards you, you know that they love you. And while it is nice to hear those words, it's much, much nicer to experience those actions. So love is not simply a feeling. True love is not simply a feeling. True love is action. True love is a series of decisions that we make, whether we feel like it or not. You can do loving things without feeling like it. But the feeling is not enough. And just because we feel a certain way doesn't mean that we're going to respond based on those feelings. Because I can feel love towards someone and be completely selfish and only want for myself what they can give me. So that's not an expression of love. That is not displaying love. That's not me showing love. That's me wanting love. That's me being a sponge and not giving, only receiving. And for those who are in love with being in love, realize that the most you will ever experience is the superficial aspects of love. If all love ever means to you are the butterflies and the first passions and the puppy aspect of it, the puppy love aspect of it, then you will never get down to what love really is. Allow yourself the deeper, more beautiful aspects of love. You will not regret true love. You will never, ever regret it. Love, accept love, decide to love. Do loving things whether you feel like it or not. Make the decision to do loving things. And true love is yours. Please like, subscribe to, and share this channel with others. And together, let's heal the world.